Three, two, one, action. Welcome back to episode 33 of As Seen on Screen. I'm Gracie.
And I'm Nicole, and we're your source for entertainment news, reviews, interviews, and more.
You can find us wherever you watch or listen to your podcasts on Spotify or YouTube.
Well, welcome back to the show. This is our very, very special Christmas episode of As Seen on Screen here. Happy holidays to everyone who is celebrating. We have so many news pieces to go over this week. We're also doing some fun Christmas activities, and we have two great reviews of Nosferatu.
And Your Fault.
Yes, so we're very excited to share everything with you. So let's get right into it. Our first piece of news for this week, Chris Evans is coming back and he is I don't know if I can say rejoining because he hasn't left officially, but he is back in the MCU universe. He is coming back for Avengers Doomsday, and this obviously is joining Robert Downey Jr. in that. So how are you feeling about this?
I don't know. I was shocked when Robert Downey Jr. was announced, obviously, but then this and also a few other people from the original cast have been announced. So I feel like Marvel is grasping for straws right now, trying to bring back all the original, iconic characters and kind of twist their characters into like a darker version. Because obviously we have Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom, and then Chris Evans. I mean, my guess is that he's gonna play the Hydra version of Captain America, which is like the darker version. So we'll see. I mean, fans are pretty split right now. It's 50-50 if they're happy with it or not, but only time will tell.
Well, in other movie news, we're talking about like recreations and different types of movies. We have the live action Tangled has officially been announced.
Here we go again, guys.
I am so mixed on this because I feel like I knew it was coming because there's so much speculation and talk about it. So like I definitely knew it was gonna happen eventually.
Why?
I'm so tired of seeing all the live actions because you know what, honestly, more often than not, they do a decent job of it.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they've made a super horrible live action. Like we had Aladdin was really great.
That was good.
I liked the Cinderella and I liked the Beauty
Mhm.
and the Beast.
Mhm.
To be honest, I haven't seen what are the other ones they've made so far.
I haven't watched Cruella,
No.
but that's also like its own movie. It's not like a remake live action.
That's true.
They
did The Little Mermaid.
The Lion King. I haven't watched that live action, but that also brings into play Mufasa is, or is that what Mufasa is coming out, and it, from what we've seen at least, it has only had really negative reviews.
Yeah.
So it brings the challenge of like, do we really need live action everything? Obviously not, because people aren't loving it.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, where is that line going to be drawn? When are they going to stop making live actions?
I don't think they ever will. Like,
Right?
they've run out of ideas at this point that they're going with either we're going to make a live action of a movie we already have, or we're going to take a movie we already have, pick a character in it, and make a movie for them.
They made a Mulan live action, right? I think
Yeah, but that was probably their worst one because that flopped.
Yeah,
I have never heard anyone say anything about it, period, but anything good about it.
You know, even though all of this being said, I am slightly excited for the Snow White one, only because Snow White is my very favorite princess. She always has been since I was little. And I do like Rachel Zegler, so and especially mixed with the fact that there's been so much negative connotation around all of it for a while now. I'm excited to see what they've done with it. The dwarfs in the trailer scare me. I'm not sure what the thought of those were.
But here's my problem. We already have a live action Snow White. Mirror, mirror.
True.
Iconic.
Yes.
Great movie. Great cast.
Yes.
Minus the cannibalism from Armie Hammer. But like young me, in love with him, in love with that movie. The dwarfs were actual like representation without being rude.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna one up it.
I liked Into the Woods too, and that was a combination kind of too.
I wasn't a huge fan of that one.
I haven't seen it since I was young, so maybe now I'd have a different view on it. But
like Mirror Mirror, that I remember being so obsessed with that. Given I was also super obsessed with Lily Collins. In other news, Out Come the Wolves has added some new cast members to their film. We have Giancarlo Esposito, Harold Perrineau, Taryn Manning and Ryan Hurst. Not much is really known about this film right now,
Yeah.
so I don't know how to feel about it, but I love this cast, especially Harold because he's from, and I'm obsessed with From.
Yes.
Everybody who knows that. I'm actually making her watch an episode after we film this.
Amazing. It's one of those things we'll just have to
We'll
see.
have to wait and see.
Well, speaking of things, we'll have to wait and see more news of Panic Carefully had another casting update, adding Eddie Raymond to the previously announced cast of Julia Roberts and Elizabeth Olsen. And I am still in love with this name for this film.
Panic carefully. We talked about this last time. I'm pretty sure we talked about it. Um, but we were just obsessed with this name. I don't know if it was us recording or if it was us just having a
I think it's in the show
conversation,
because I remember editing it and I was
but
laughing.
we love this name. We're here for this. We're here for
Yes.
this cast. We're here for this story. We don't even know what it's about, to be honest. Actually, we kind of know what it's
Well, yeah,
about. I remember talking about it, but I just panic carefully is my new life motto.
exactly.
But anyway, more casting announcements. Austin Butler is back on the scene. He is set to star as Patrick Bateman in the new adaptation of American Psycho. They have been very clear that this is not a direct replica of the original American Psycho. It's a reimagining, which confuses me, but they say it's based off the book. But I thought the original movie was based off the book. So we'll see what Luca has in store for us because he always has something unexpected.
I was gonna say, since it's Luca Guadagnino, I would expect nothing less than
I
like
expect to be confused and in love at the same time for this film.
for real.
So only time will tell once again.
Exactly. And you know what? I actually like this casting. A lot of people were like when it was
It's literally
first.
one person.
I know, but like
Girl, I
as the
love this
lead,
casting.
as
It's
the
Austin
lead,
Butler.
you know what? So many people are like, which I do also agree with the fact that Hollywood very much is infatuated with like the same group of people
They
for a
do
lot of these
this.
big roles.
They do this every few years though, where they find a group of really good-looking actors
Mm.
and they say, "We're gonna cast you in everything
Yes,
for
for
the
the
next
foreseeable
for
future.
the next 4 or 5 years."
Yeah,
And that's Austin Butler's just in that group,
yeah.
along with Timothy Chalamet and Glenn Powell,
Glenn Powell for sure. Jacob Elordi
Jake Elordi,
for sure.
like they just like there was a moment in time where Matthew McConaughey was in every movie possible.
Yes,
So we just find new people. We adapt, we
yes,
grow,
yes.
we listen, we don't
We
judge.
Yeah, I can see it because I like his portrayal in Dune.
Hmm.
Um, I think he has that like essence about him to properly portray this character. I know a lot of people won't love it. I mean, a lot of people won't like this movie's being remade to begin with. So that's
Us.
fair. And so I get that point too, but I also feel like there could have been many worse options.
Yeah.
And so I'm just happy with the fact that I am an Austin Butler. I'm a fan
Did
of
you
Austin
ever
Butler.
watch him in the Carrie Diaries?
Yes.
Obsessed.
Yes.
Obsessed.
Yes.
Okay. Love that we brought that in.
I love it. That's
Anyway.
their add-in for the day.
Moving away from casting announcements, exciting news that we were both like gagged about.
Yes.
I remember I found out because you texted me and I was like,
Yes.
no way, you're pranking me.
Yeah.
But Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco are now engaged
Yes.
after just over a year of dating, I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah. I just think they feel like they've been dating for so much longer than a year. When I sent it to you, I was like, can we believe it's only been a year? Moving on to revivals of television shows. Malcolm in the Middle, which I grew up watching on like later Family Channel and
Mhm.
Disney Channel hours because I don't know what year it started, but it was before I was old enough to watch that show. But they did like the reruns overnight thing, so I would
Yeah.
watch it like later at night or record it. But a revival has been set at Disney Plus with most of the original cast returning, I believe, with Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and Jane Kasmerick returning. So anyone who's a fan of that show, it's very exciting to hear, I'm sure. It seems like a very random revival, if
It
you ask me.
does. Like no one asked for it.
But
But
then
then
we
again,
also have the Wizards of Waverly Place revival right now. And like as
yeah,
much as I loved Wizards of Waverly Place,
I haven't watched
I
it.
wasn't needing a revival. So
Yeah. Unless it was the OG cast, then maybe.
yes,
But
yes. So
we'll
there we go.
see.
More information will be announced as production begins, or as production progresses, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm super excited about this. The Night Agent, which is an incredible Netflix show, has obviously been renewed for season three ahead of its season two release. But they've also added season three has some new series regulars with Jennifer Morrison, who I love from Once Upon a Time. I'm
Yes.
so happy to see her back on a screen. David Lyons and Stephen Moyer. So it's gonna be cool to see how they make them series regulars because obviously I don't know if you've watched The Night Agent, have
I've
you?
watched the first few episodes and then I just got sidetracked and never finished
Fair
it.
enough.
But I did
Such a
like
good
it.
show.
Yeah.
Such a good show. I'm excited to see how they come into it,
Yeah.
especially with season two not being out yet, so I have no clue where these new characters are coming in.
No, no. I love that. Keeps you on your toes.
It does.
So something I'm personally very excited about that was announced, Jennifer Love Hewitt is officially back for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie that is in works with Sony. I'm very excited about this. She's obviously one of the original cast members of the film from when it first came out, the original film. She's also in a series, like an old series now, but it's called Ghost Whisperer. So I love her in the genre. Right now you can find her in 911. She is the one of the 911 operators.
Wow.
So that's where you can find her now. But I love Jennifer Love Hewitt, so I'm very happy to see that she's back. Because again, I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'm a little scared for the remake. I love the original film as just like a campy, fun slasher film. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll do great things with this next one too.
Yeah. Another person who's reviving, well, a role. Matthew Gray Gubler is officially set to return as Spencer Reed in Criminal Minds Evolution. I personally have not watched Criminal Minds except for what I've seen on TikTok, and I'm obsessed with his character. I
Yes.
think he's so iconic. I think Matthew in general is so iconic because he's obviously done stuff outside of even acting. That's just so great for his fan base. So I'm excited to see him back in this role, and I'm excited to see how the fans react to it because obviously when you bring back such a beloved character, there's like a
Hmm.
50-50 chance whether it's going to be received well or not.
That's true. That's a good
So
point.
we'll see.
I think it'll be good. I
Yeah.
feel like, you know,
I feel like you can't not like him.
exactly. He's
Yeah.
so charismatic.
He is. What a man.
Last up on the news slate today, we have another movie that we've talked about a bit before on here, The Housemaid, which is in production or it's working its way up to production. They just had another casting announcement for the character Enzo. It is being taken on by Michele Morrone, obviously best known for 365 Days, I would say is probably his most widely known role.
He's recently been in Subservience, I believe it's called,
Yes,
which
yes.
not to flex, but he liked and shared my Instagram post about it, so
She was flexing,
I
actually.
have a love for this man. Most
So,
random notification I ever got, and I'm pretty sure I was with you
yeah,
when I got
that
it.
was
I
so
was like,
funny.
oh,
We were like, wait.
wait a minute.
So he has been added to the cast alongside Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney. So very excited to see what they're up to with this project and to see what they're bringing with The Housemaid.
Yeah, we really need to get on reading that book.
We do.
We should do like book club.
Yes. Oh my God, we'll start an as seen
We
on
wouldn't
screen
actually
book
read our
club.
books on time, so it would fail really
It would
fast.
just be real bad on our part.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
Christmas time.
yes. So as we mentioned, this is our holiday episode. So before we get to our reviews of Nosferatu and Your Fault, we are going to do some Christmas activities here. First of all, Gracie and I are going to play this BuzzFeed quiz titled I'm not calling you a Grinch, but if you can't pass this Christmas movie quiz, well, dot dot dot.
In Elf, what is the name of the human who thinks he's one of Santa's elves?
Buddy?
Buddy is correct. Didn't even have to read.
Okay. What is the Grinch's dog's name? We have Sam, Spot, Max, or Rex.
Max.
You are correct. Yay! Hello. Well, let me click it. I know you're right, but let me click it. Oh,
It's just delayed. Okay. In the 1990 movie Home Alone,
okay.
where was the McAllister family planning to go for their vacation?
Paris.
You are correct.
Okay. In The Santa Claus, 1994,
Okay.
who is the lead actor who accidentally becomes Santa Claus?
Tim Allen.
Yes, you are correct. We're so good at this. We don't even
We
need to read
are.
the...
Okay. Oh, you might know this one better than I do. Which character narrates A Muppet's Christmas Carol?
Oh,
Kermit, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, Rizzo the Rat.
I'm pretty sure it's Gonzo.
It is.
Yeah.
She's safe another day.
In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, who is Rudolph's elf friend? Jingles,
Oh my God.
Hermie, Binky, or Tinsel?
Hermie.
Yes.
I had a minute there where I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I remember him, but I literally have a Christmas ornament of him.
Oh,
Okay. In A Christmas Carol, how many ghosts visit Scrooge? 2, 4, 3, 6.
isn't it 3?
4.
Man.
Okay, wait. Ghost of Christmas,
Past, present, future.
and then the one that tries to kill him.
Oh, that's yeah.
I feel better now that Nicole has done our first loss.
Darn. Okay. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I argue is not a Christmas movie, what is Jack Skellington's title? Skeleton King, Pumpkin King, Bone Master, or the Halloween Prince?
Oh my gosh. I've only watched this movie like
It
once.
says it in the song. This is Halloween.
I think it's the Halloween Prince, isn't it?
It's Pumpkin King.
I was gonna say
Pumpkin
that.
King in the dead of night. This is
Dude, I've
Halloween.
only watched that movie once, so don't hate on me. Okay, what is the name of the guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh.
George, Gabriel, Michael, or Clarence?
I'm gonna go with... Oh. Okay, wait, read them out again.
George, Gabriel, Michael,
I
Clarence.
think it's Clarence.
It is!
Yeah.
Look at her go.
Which actor from Harry Potter plays a character in Love Actually? You've got this, come on. Daniel Radcliffe, Tom Felton, Emma Watson, or Alan Rickman?
Guys, I've only watched Love Actually like twice. You just watched it recently too. I need to rack my brain to think. Is it Alan?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, none of the kids were in it.
He cheats on Emma Thompson.
Okay.
Oh,
In the Polar Express,
okay.
bro, what is the destination of the train the children
The
boarded?
North Pole, of course.
Very correct. Man, that was a gimme.
What is the profession of Cameron Diaz's character in The Holiday? Is she a movie trailer producer, fashion column writer, a personal chef, or owner of an inn?
Owner of an inn?
I actually don't know what this answer is. Movie trailer
Dang.
producer.
I've never watched The Holiday.
I've seen it once when I was younger and I didn't love it, so I need to rewatch it because I know that's just my take on being younger when I watched it.
Okay, what year did A Charlie Brown Christmas first air?
My mom will kill me if I don't know this answer.
Do you want the years?
Yes.
1955, 1965, 1970, 1980.
Okay, wait. 55, 65.
70, 80.
Do you know the answer?
I don't.
Okay.
That's why I'm glad you got it.
I'm going 65.
It's correct.
Yes.
Pure luck.
That was a pure guess. In Gremlins, what is Gizmo's favorite food? Cookies, ice cream, chocolate, or popcorn?
Don't hate me. I've never watched it. I'm gonna say cookies.
I think. Yeah, I was gonna say popcorn.
Damn. Yeah, I've never watched it. Sorry. I
Popcorn.
was always scared of gremlins.
Popcorn was the correct answer, everyone.
In the Santa Claus, what causes... This was a question earlier. What causes Scott Calvin to become Santa?
Well, he puts on the suit.
Yes, he does. The aggressive jingles in my head.
Yes, he does. In Jingle All the Way. That's a good one I need to rewatch this year.
Jeez.
What is the name of the toy that the fathers are desperately trying to buy? Mega Man, Action Man, Turbo Man or Robo Kid?
Isn't it Robo Kid?
No, it's Turbo Man.
I just thought because it was for kids. Okay,
Turbo
not a
Man.
Christmas
All I can hear
movie.
Schwarzenegger going, Turbo Man.
Not a Christmas movie, but in Die Hard, what gift is John McClane trying to deliver?
Uh-oh.
A teddy bear, a toy car, a necklace, or a book?
Teddy bear?
You're annoying. That's so right.
Oh, I wish I got this question. In National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation,
Pause, I've never watched it.
favorite Christmas movie ever. Oh my God.
I was literally telling Nicole that the other day my whole family went to go see it because they were having a screening of it, and I wasn't able to see it because I was working, and I've never watched it. So continue.
Going to see Christmas Vacation is a valid reason to call into work, and I considered it because I was also going to go to the screening and I was also working. Okay. In
Okay.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which animal causes chaos in the house? A squirrel,
Oh my God, I
a
might know this.
rabbit, a mouse, or a stray cat?
It comes out of turkey, doesn't it?
No. Under
Oh,
the tree.
damn. A squirrel.
You are correct. Yeah, you're so
It was only because you said a tree. What is the name of the building in Die Hard?
Oh,
Oscorp Tower, Nakatomi Plaza, Luther Corp, Stark Tower. There's only one right answer.
wait. What was the first one?
Oscorp Tower, Nakatomi Plaza, Luther Corp, Stark Tower.
The second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait, okay, I know it's not the last two. I was like, what's the Okay. Okay. Which Christmas movie features the song White Christmas, the highest selling single of all time? Miracle on 34th Street, Holiday Inn, Christmas in Connecticut, or Meet Me in St. Louis?
I feel like that's such a hard question because like they have instrumentals of that song everywhere.
True.
But I want to say Meet Me in Connecticut. There's no way it was Miracle on 34th Street.
There's Christmas in Connecticut or Meet Me in St. Louis.
Oh. Meet Me in St. Louis.
Holiday Inn.
Oh, never watched it, so sorry. In Home Alone 2, who helps Kevin while he's in New York?
The Bird Lady.
The Pigeon
The Bird
Lady.
Lady. Okay. Who pay who plays the titular character in Carol? Kate Blanchett, Nicole Kidman, Helen Mirren, or Rooney Mara?
Damn, I was really gonna say Jennifer Lawrence, but she's not on there. Um, wasn't it Kate
I
Blanchett?
think it was. Yeah, it was.
And finally,
Uh-oh.
in Love Actually, which actress plays the role of Karen, Harry's wife? We
Wait.
have Keira Knightley,
Okay.
Kate Winslet, Emma Thompson, and Helena Bonham Carter.
Okay, well it's either Keira Knightley or Emma Thompson. Harry. Which one's Harry? Is it Alan Rickman or is it the other guy?
I don't know. Whoever plays Karen.
Who's Karen? I'm gonna There's like 10 storylines in this movie.
Yeah, that's the point.
Um,
You literally just watched this the other day, Nicole.
no, I watched it like a month ago.
Oh, okay.
I I'm gonna say it's Emma Thompson.
It is.
Okay. I was like, I feel like Karen and Harry are them, not. Yeah.
We did solid on
I
that.
think you're pretty good on that.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of that, after now we've talked about half of the Christmas movies you could talk about on there. What is your favorite Christmas movie of all time that you have to rewatch every holiday season?
Probably the Santa Claus.
Really? I just watched that the other day.
Or
Oh.
if we're going like real old school, I have it's literally sitting right there. It's a pack of a bunch of DVDs that have the animated movies of like Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I watch that pack at least once every year because it's like the four main
That's so cute.
cartoons.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Frosty or Rudolph in quite a long time. It's actually probably
Yeah,
disgraceful.
and then it has Santa Claus too.
Gotcha.
And then I forget what the fourth. Oh, the little drummer boy. I usually skip that one. Sorry,
That one's
guys.
like, eh.
Anyway, what's yours? I already know yours, but
Christmas Vacation is undoubtedly my fave. We watch it once a year. We've already watched it, my parents and I, this year, but I might have to break my own rule and give it a rewatch this Christmas season because it's just so good. I felt like I watched it a little bit too early, where now I'm like,
you miss it.
yeah, I usually watch it like mid-December, and I watched it like early December this year.
Damn.
And I was like, that might have been a little preemptive of me because now I feel like I wasted it, you know what I mean?
You wasted your one watch.
I did. I wasted my one watch because I don't feel like I was satisfied with it. Um, but other than that, I really love Home Alone 2, Lost in New York specifically.
With the pigeon lady.
With the pigeon lady. I saw all the filming locations this year in New York, all in like Central Park and stuff like that. So that was cool. Yeah, I like the Santa Claus movies. I agree. Those are good.
Have you watched the series?
Yes, and
I actually really enjoyed
I
the series.
loved I was sad there wasn't a third season this year. I really liked
This is a
them.
good remake. This is how
Yes.
you do a remake
Yes,
right.
and you know what? So I told a few of my friends. I told Julie and Kira to watch it, and Julia actually watched it. My friend, and she was watching it, and I think her boyfriend made a comment. It was like, he's like, "Is this show for kids?"
Yeah,
And I was like, "Yeah, it absolutely
but it's
is."
also for adults.
But I
Anyone who
still
loves
enjoyed,
Christmas.
literally.
Yeah.
That was good. I also, sorry, now I'm just going on a rant of all the ones I
She
love.
said,
But
"What's your favorite?" Let me give you all of
no,
them.
my favorites are for sure Christmas Vacation, without a doubt, Home Alone 2, and Christmas with the Cranks.
Mm,
I was watching it today because it's not on any streaming platform this year.
really?
It's like one of the only ones, like major ones. That, yeah, shout outs, shout out to also Love Actually, because I love Love Actually. And I also love a new one from last year that I love now, and I can't think The Holdovers. I have to watch it
Mm.
still this year. I haven't watched it. It's on Prime Video, I believe, this year. So I gotta watch that for sure. But yes, those are, I guess, like five right there. Christmas Vacation is my answer though.
Well, moving away from Christmas, what was your watch of the week,
Oh,
Nicole?
really moving away from Christmas on this one.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to go to an early screening of Nosferatu in Toronto, and craziness, guys. So
Mhm.
basically, this movie is set in the 1800s, and it follows Nosferatu, this vampire, and he's kind of like telepathically connected to the character that Lily Rose Depp plays. And so he, all throughout her life, has kind of been like haunting her from afar in a way, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what happens there, and she gets married to Nicholas Holt's character,
Who was originally supposed to be played by Harry Styles.
which is mind-boggling to
Crazy.
me because yeah, I liked Harry Styles and Don't Worry Darling, but that's crazy to me. So anyways, moving
You're
on.
ruining
Moving on. He now Nicholas Holt is they just got married and they're a young couple and they're trying to figure out their financial situation, and Nicholas Holt works at a real estate company or like a firm. And he's taxed by his boss in order to move up to go help Count Orc, which is Nosferatu. So
Wow.
he now travels all the way. He's gone for like 6 weeks to go get him to sign the papers for this new place he's going to live in the town that him and Lily Rose Depp's character live in. He has to go there and give him the papers. Well, of course, Count Orc locks him in his castle and like tortures him basically.
Shock.
And then the movie now follows him trying to escape, or does he escape? And then it shows like the implications on everyone else's life at home and what happens with the powers that he has over Lily Rose Depp's character. And this is a remake of the 1920, I don't know
Oh,
what
that's
year it is,
crazy.
but
I
in the
didn't know that.
1920s, Nosferatu is a film from 1920. And so they have remade it. I think they did a fantastic job of it. I really liked it. I thought it was very like haunting and chilling. The whole time you feel very unease. Like you don't feel calm. I felt so anxious the whole time because it's like, when is this guy gonna pop back up? The cinematography, stunning. One of my favorite parts of the whole film because they do such a good job of creating like this eerie atmosphere, and they use light and darkness so well. Like all of the jump scares in the film aren't like, oh, there he is. Like a traditional, like you can see it coming. They use like close angles far angles, they use shadows, they use light and darkness so well in this film that it is just so effective in the way that it scares audiences. And yeah, this isn't traditionally like my type of film. Like
This
it's
is a
not
film Gracie will be watching at home.
yeah, it's not like a historical film by any chance,
Thriller.
but it's like 1800 set, not usually like my fave types of films. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I was very entertained. So I would say check Nosferatu out in theaters. It comes out on Christmas Day. So a great film to go see with the fam on Christmas Day to celebrate the holiday.
Okay.
So you can check that out in theaters on December 25th. But Gracie, what is your watch of the week that we literally just finished watching right before we filmed this?
Okay, so long story short, or I guess our watch of the week was Your Fault, which is the second film that Prime Video has created based off of the book series Your Fault. I love the first film. I think it's so bad to say, but I think it's so funny that it's good. And Nicole had not seen the first one, but we got an early screener to the second one. So thank you to the Taro Group
Yes.
and Amazon Prime. Um, so I would not let her watch the second one without watching the first one
Which was
because
a very good move.
you
Thank you.
needed to know the lore and the background that went into this film.
Yeah.
Um, Knowing that now, do you think that people need to watch the first one for the
Yes.
second one?
Yes. It's one of those, it's like if you went and started the after movies in the middle of the series.
Stop it. Wow. Um, did not expect you to bring up after. Sorry, I'm flustered. Okay, anyway. So Your Fault is obviously the second film in this series. It's a three-book series, so we're hoping that they're gonna make the third one on Amazon Prime. But this film, I will say I gave the first one, I think 1.5.
Two and a half
Two and a
stars you
half
gave it.
stars on Letterboxd. I love the chemistry that Noah and Nick have. Obviously, Nicole and Gabriel have fantastic chemistry, and there's a lot of lore with them as well. So I'm into that. Um, but overall, it's a very Wattpad movie. So I think that's why, even though cinematically it wasn't the best, I still really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um, this second one though, I don't think I personally have ever gasped or sat up so fast at so many points within this film. Like Nicole and I were
We'd be slouched.
grasping onto each other for dear life so many times throughout this movie. So the plot twist, phenomenal. The plot itself, lacking because there were so many plot lines at the start. There were at least five.
So many directions that this movie goes
There were at
in.
least five within the first 20 minutes, and we were like, we have no clue how this movie's gonna end because there's so much going on.
Mhm.
That being said, they do end up sticking to at least one or two.
They kind of like wrap, like, because they all intertwine with each other eventually.
The first plot doesn't really ever come back again.
Oh, yes, that okay, no, yeah, no.
But yes, the all of these plots kind of intertwine. I think that's part of what keeps you on the edge of your seat, where you're like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Yeah.
I hated the ending though. What a horrible cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like, I'm distraught. But yeah, the acting was great. The script was a bit much at times.
Yeah.
For the point where we kind of look at each other and be like, whoa, there's no way people say this in real life.
You have to watch it in. So what we did was
Mm.
because the screener didn't have the option to do the English dub.
And we do
So
not speak Spanish well, if at all.
no, I don't at all.
So
None. So we watched the first one on Prime Video,
in
English
English
dubbed,
dub,
but this one we had to watch in Spanish with English subtitles. I highly suggest doing that because although it's annoying to read, the lines come off way better in
they
Spanish.
do. That was actually in our review. I will say I'm forever grateful that the cat was okay in this film. I won't reveal what happened, but we were literally about to throw my computer at the TV. So overall, great movie. I just don't think it had the best script.
hmm
And the cinematography, there were a few shots that just felt like you transported to a completely different day.
hmm
So the consistency was a bit off, but the acting and the chemistry and the overall ending was pretty strong.
Yeah.
So love it. Can't wait for the third one. We're set. We're ready.
It's one of those films where it's like, as critics, I cannot say it's a good movie.
But as a fangirl, 10 out of 10.
Exactly, that's what I mean. It's one of those ones where it's like, I'll rewatch it just for the lore of it.
Oh, 100%. And I
But
was
like,
telling her I watched the first one like 3 times just because I could.
yeah,
And as a fangirl and as someone who loved Wattpad growing up, 5 out of 5. Like
yeah.
perfect Wattpad adaptation. But as a film critic who has to look at like cinematography, the timeline and
And
stuff
just
like
the
that,
script.
2.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
gave this
give it
one 2 actually.
I
Yeah, I
gave
gave
it
this
one and
2.
a half.
But we're still sat for the next one. So,
Exactly. So there you go.
but moving on.
And you can catch that on Amazon Prime Video on December 27th. It begins streaming.
Yes.
So happy holidays for you have Your Fault and Nosferatu. I think these are amazing clip picks
This
that we
is the
have.
new Barbenheimer.
You're set. Yeah.
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 But what was your song of the week, Nicole?
My song of the week. You know what? I'm gonna have to throw back to Christmas Vacation. The theme song for Christmas Vacation has been on repeat on my playlist. Also, The Spirit of Christmas,
Mm,
which is featured in the soundtrack of Christmas Vacation. 10 out of 10. I love both of them. What about you?
I I've been waiting for this question all week. Okay. Born with a Broken Heart.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
obsessed with this song. Okay, it started off as one of those songs that I heard on the radio. I was like, I would skip it every time it came on
Yeah.
because I was like, I don't want to listen to this. I want to listen to like the hits.
Yeah.
Oh no, the songs that I already know.
Yeah.
But then one day I listened to it all the way through and I was like, oh my God, this is life-changing. Like, I don't know what he put into that song, but it's been stuck in my head for a week now. I play it every time I get into the car. That's the first song I play.
Love it.
And like, I don't know why, it's such an upbeat song, but it's so like personal to him
Yeah.
and his struggles with like opening up to people and being in love that I think it makes me so teary-eyed, but I'm also sitting there like having the biggest smile on my face while singing it.
Yeah.
So I made her listen to it.
It was very good. I enjoyed it too. It actually came on today on my Spotify, just like a random playlist I'd put on, and it came on, and I was like, oh, there it is.
Like I got into the car to leave work today and it started playing on the radio and I was like, this is a sign. I gotta listen to it again.
They're forcing it on you.
Literally, like I'm so prepared. Give it like a week and I'll
Mm.
be like, I've heard this song too much. I
Come
can't do it
back.
anymore.
Oh man. Well, moving on to our very last bit of the show, upcoming releases. There's a lot to go through because we will not have a new episode next week because of the Christmas holiday. So we're doing the next two-ish, pretty much weeks of releases. Starting off with Virgin River Season 6 on December 19th. It releases on Netflix.
Am I the only one who didn't realize Virgin River had 6
I was about to
seasons?
say that
I
is a
thought it
lot.
just started like 2 years ago.
I thought it was like at least maybe like three or four.
I
I
thought
would
it
not have
was
guessed
2,
six.
but then they were like season 6. I was like, well, good for you guys. Next up we have Laid, which is a new series on Peacock, which is coming December 19th. So if you're looking for a comedy and I'd say like murder mystery.
Yeah, basically the plot is Stephanie Sue plays the main character, and everyone she has sex with starts dying in mysterious and very weird ways. So that is the whole premise of that is all I got for
That's
you.
it. Next up.
But that's the whole show. Next up, this is a very like I feel like
Controversial.
controversial thing because of things the public has been hearing about from like behind the scenes and like press and stuff like that. But Beast Games, the series, has its premiere on Prime Video also on December 19th.
And that was filmed in Toronto.
Yes, it
It
was.
was. So we gotta watch it. Next up, The Brutalist, which is a new A24 movie, will be in the United States releasing on December 20th, and then we'll have a limited theatrical release in Canada on December 25th. And this has gotten, especially in the film community, this has gotten a lot of press, good press. So it's seeming to be one that will win a lot of awards this award season.
I'm assuming so. And it is 3 hours and 35 minutes. And
So
actually, when I know
sit
some people went
down.
to a press screening last week and they literally have an intermission in the film.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So there you go.
If
You
you
can be
like long
sat.
movies, you're sat
You're
for 3
good.
hours.
In almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
Moving on to our rest of our theatrical releases, there's quite a few coming out in the next little bit. Mufasa the Lion King hitting theaters on December 20th.
And then we also have Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Did not think it was gonna get 3, but good for them. In theaters December 20th as well.
Then, moving back into streaming just for a second, we have What If Season 3, which is the last season of this MCU show. It is coming out with 8 episodes, each one releasing between the days of December 22nd to 29th on Disney Plus. So each day there's a new episode between those dates. So you can stream it all in that little short time span, 8 days.
As we said before, for Nicole's Watch of the Week, Nosferatu is hitting theaters December 25th.
Then we have one that I'm very excited to see, Mr. Timothy Chalamet, Elle Fanning. They're all killing the press tour for this film. A Complete Unknown, which is based on Bob Dylan's story, is coming out in theaters also on December 25th.
Then one that we had mixed emotions about,
Yes.
Baby Girl is hitting theaters also on December 25th.
See, my problem with Baby Girl,
Harris Dickinson.
I love Harris Dickinson and I love Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
This movie just didn't land for me, and not in the fact that like I loved the plot and I love what they were trying to do with this movie and encouraging like comfort with female sexuality, and
There
like
was just something off about it.
I just didn't feel like it was like
Serious enough.
yeah,
Kind of felt like a joke in a
and
way.
not that it has to be serious because the topic isn't like
No.
very serious drama, and there's some good scenes, trust me, there are some great scenes in this film, but I can't put my finger on it. It just didn't completely hit for me. I think I gave it 3 or 3.5 stars. But there's so much positive review about this. We talked about this before. Nicole Kidman won Best Actress at the Venice Film Festival for this film earlier this year. So lots of fans are eaggerly waiting to see this in theaters on Christmas Day.
Do not see it with your family.
Definitely, this is not a film to go see with your family. Don't believe what you
It's
read.
not a Christmas movie.
I mean, hey, unless you're a really close-knit family. I mean, they're
Stop it.
Then we also have Better Man hitting theaters also on December 25th. This is the story that is following Robbie Williams, but he plays himself, but he is CGI'd to look like a monkey.
Yeah.
So, there you have
Creative
it.
freedom at its best.
I love it.
Next up we have The Fire Inside, which is also hitting theaters on December 25th. And that wraps up our December 25th release day.
So you have a busy Christmas day at the movie theater is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Then we also have, I feel like this is pretty highly anticipated.
I'm so excited.
Squid Games Season 2 hitting Netflix on Boxing Day on December 26th.
And lastly, ending off strong, we have Your Fault, which is the film we talked about obviously before, is coming to Prime Video December 27th.
So that is rounding out the next little bit of upcoming releases. Like we said, we won't have a new episode next week. We'll be celebrating the holidays, so we want to round it all up this week. So thank you so much for tuning in to our Christmas special here of As Seen on Screen. We hope you enjoyed following along with all of our reviews, little Christmas activities, some of the news.
We'll see you in the new year.
We will see you in the new year. So happy holidays, everyone celebrating. I hope you have a safe and happy holiday and new year. Well, thank you again for tuning in to this episode of As Seen on Screen. I'm Nicole.
I'm Gracie, and you can find us wherever you get your podcasts on Spotify or YouTube.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.